of course, we need to head to the Menhir. If I've read the notes correctly, the ritual has the best chance of success if we perform it after nightfall. No time to lose. The sooner we start, the sooner we'll rid our lands of this Camelot scum. Now I need to prepare myself, but I'll be waiting for you by the Menhir after nightfall. It worked. I can hardly believe it. I mean, I hoped, of course, that the wisdom of my predecessors and our shared effort wouldn't fail, but you know how it is. Something could have gone wrong. Is everything all right? You don't look too well, eh? Hey?
So, it's done. The Menhir is alive once more. This changes everything. The people of Cornacht will stay where they are.
I wouldn't be so sure. The weirdness continues to thicken, and the threat of the Red Death hasn't passed. Besides, I still have my orders, and they clearly state where your Menhir belongs.
I know you have your orders, and I, as a lord, am bound by Camelot's law. But the moment of choice has come, and I stand with my people. I am the Lord of Cornacht, and not Camelot. I cannot simply command my subjects to abandon their land.
Of all times, you choose now to grow a moral backbone? Spare me. You are a lord, and it is your subjects' duty to do as you command. And if you defy Camelot, well, I don't think I need to tell you how that will end.
But that's where you're wrong, Denholm. There is one thing even Camelot cannot dispute. Not if they wish to avoid a civil war that would break out if they defied their own laws.
What are you talking about? How exactly is Camelot defying its own laws?
I will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail. Such is my will.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Cornacht, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise.
You heard what Denholm said. Camelot won't dare touch the Menhir as long as I lead the expedition for the Holy Grail. Once again, I need your help, and I'm prepared to grant whatever you ask in return. People I can trust. Those prepared to share the burden of this quest for the Grail. I can't command anyone to join me. They must come of their own free will. Otherwise, the expedition is doomed to fail before it even begins. You see, here's where it gets interesting. I've turned Camelot's own ancient laws against them. No one can dissuade the Seekers of the Holy Grail from their sacred mission. That means all orders are effectively halted until I return. With my shield, or on it. It also ensures the people of Kurnocht have the right to remain on their land until I'm back. Which, of course, means I don't have to return at all. I don't, but perhaps I should. A lord's worth is measured by the respect of his people. It is time I follow in the footsteps of my noble ancestors and do what must be done. If this holy mission can secure peace for my people, then I shall see it through. And if by some miracle we return with the legendary Grail, all the better. My word would become law, and the Menhir would remain untouched. By Camelot's own laws, I could even lay claim to the crown should I wish it, but I don't. My Kurnocht is enough for me. I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members of our community. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled talent in healing. Her presence would certainly be invaluable on such a journey. Then there's Urfa, a skilled blacksmith who was once a formidable warrior. If not for the strength of his muscles, the strength of his mind could prove useful. You might also speak with Maggot. Since the two of you have been through so much together, he may not be thrilled by the idea, but I believe his heart is still in the right place. A sense of purpose in what we're about to undertake. Now that the Menhir is reignited, it no longer matters whether we return with the Grail or not. The people will be safe and retain the right to stay on their land. Each of them must understand that this is about the fate of all Kurnocht. For some, it might even serve as a chance for a change in scenery. Approach them with kindness. They all have their demons, and I doubt they'll agree to join if they are still tethered by unresolved matters. Thank you. And believe me, the reward you'll receive for your efforts will be... And whether they agree or not, I will set out for the Grail. I will buy more time for Kurnocht.
Just keep your head down.
You need something?
I know. I'm the one who suggested it. It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off moving the Manir. Yvain can count on me. After everything that's happened, I see now that this is the right path. Tell Yvain I'll join him on this holy mission. All Mother guide you.
If nobody's working the anvil, then it means the forge is closed, and it will stay closed until Beor gets better. A woman happened. He was chasing after some girl he thought the world of. Almost ended up shuffling right off this mortal coil. One time he went to see her and didn't come back for 2 days. I looked for him all night. He was all the way on the outskirts of Kurnacht. Alive, but barely. Afterwards, he seemed to be getting better. Everything went back to normal. I could see that he was starting to struggle with swinging the hammer, until one day, he just passed out completely. Now he just lies there, barely breathing. I have no idea how to help him. Nianti, Maggot, none of them know. I told him that it's no use chasing after a girl, that she'll come to him if she wants. Stupid kid. I feel bad for him. What do I care? Whatever happened there could have been her fault, so excuse me for not running to rescue her. I only know that she wasn't from... Beor's wound wasn't caused by a mere boar. Hell knows what happened there. He didn't want to tell me what actually happened. But I know that youngsters in love used to visit this one cave with a spring. It was all hogwash, if you ask. Maybe they went there and were attacked by weird beasts or something. I don't know. To be fair, I don't give a damn now, and I didn't then. I only cared that Beor... Unless Beor gets better, I'm not opening the fort.
Let your guard down. I will be your downfall. Your armor won't save you. Your armor won't save you. I'll get you back tenfold. We have company. You're in the world of hurt!
closer. Hug me. I want to feel the warmth of your body.
Really? Well, if this can put Beor back on his feet... Beor, your wound, it changed.
What? What happened? I don't remember much. There was a cave. And a...
That's right. And what did I always tell you about chasing after women, huh? She stole your heart, literally. You're lucky this one showed up. Otherwise, I never would have guessed you fell in love with a weird beast. Better take this to your grave if you don't want to become a laughingstock. You're so smart, and yet so stupid, eh? Well, get up now, whelp. Enough lazing about. You can take it easy today, but tomorrow you're back in the forge first thing in the morning. You've got a lot to catch up on.
I'm sorry.
And you, thank you. I'd thank the All-Mother for sending you at the last minute, but I don't want to owe her a thing. Finally, we can get back to work. I missed it. If you ever need a smith, you can come to me. Oh, hello. Do you need something? Times are tough, but I won't forget what you did for Bayor. Bayor is still wet behind the ears, and his heart is barely beating. Until I'm sure he can handle things, I can't leave him on his own. Bayor is...
Really? What for? The Mynheer burns beautifully. Nothing bad can happen now. Ah, yes. That makes sense. I can see it now. And he sent you to me. How unexpected. But honestly, I'm not worthy. And I don't think I ever will be. I'd just get in the way. The maggot inside me is still strong. I know it. That's why I have to stay here. To protect others from its intel. Yvain, I'm sorry.
Beor is still wet behind the ears, and his heart is barely beating. It all began innocently enough. Our milksop of a lord, Yvain, decided that, so he sent messengers to Camelot, and it worked. For a while. They came here and resumed mining. Brought gold with them too. Then news from Camelot arrived. The Red Death is in Kuan.
We declare martial law. Cut down all the trees and take the Manir with us.
Load of bullshit, if you ask me. The weirdness has always been here. Kuanacht has been doing just fine without the support of the dog-fuckers of the Round Table. Denholm, the one in charge of their army, it seems like he's well aware that his orders are stupid. And now Kuanacht is divided. Some want to leave for Camelot.
You found her and came out alive. So that means she's dead. She wouldn't have just given you my heart back. I'm not sure. I'm guessing some kind of spell. I can't believe love could ever be that blind. She was a monster, as you know. A beautiful one, but only on the surface. I can't believe it's over. Oh, and I didn't have a chance to express my gratitude. Although an apology might be more fitting. You risked your life for me. That's more than I could ever ask of anyone. Got something for me to look... In my eyes, she never... I remember following her to that cursed place. When we were close, I felt a great pain. And then I saw what she really was. I got scared, grabbed something heavy. I managed to get away, but inside, I felt emptiness. He seems stern, but he's a good, hard-working man. This time, though, it's personal. As soon as I was sure I could, I'm forging a new heart. I know I've only just gotten back the one that beats in my chest, but I can feel there's something wrong with it. It's easier for me to grow impatient and angry. More things seem to cut me deeper. I feel like my heart is poisoned. So far, all my attempts have failed. None of those hearts had the spark a forged replacement ought to have. They were far too weak to beat in a blacksmith's chest. There's a legend about the Stone Wardens. It tells that they could forge a heart. Sadly, I don't know much more than that. Right now, I'm just banging my head against the wall. I thought he might have heard something. He just waved it off and told me to get on with some proper work instead of dreaming about old Dal. Well, since the Stone Wardens are all Dalriata, my hands are tied. Vrel is a Dalriata selling books. And that's something, isn't it? I was planning to ask her about the legends myself, but maybe you could do it for... Thank you. I hope Vrel will... Come back if you've the...
Have some spare food.
Welcome to Vrel's bookshop. No reading without buying. And if you're here for porn, kindly leave before you start. Aye. Look, I don't begrudge anybody their reading habits. Each to their own. But some things should be kept. Aye. Not only can I read, I can even make recommendations. Imagine that. So, if you have a joke to tell, don't bother. I'm pretty sure I've heard them all. Perhaps it is. But you'd think that so-called civilized people would accept it with more grace. Hearing the same crude comments over and over again makes me feel like I've never left the training grounds. Then there are the braver ones who tell me I'm not welcome here. Hell, it's just like talking to my sister. They all have more in common than they think, although mostly it's just prejudice. And you're asking me because I was born in the tribes? I have nothing to tell you. Those are legends of the Ulfr, but I think I have some books about the Stone Wardens. Welcome back. Oh, expecting a wee-un? Congratulations. Look. Is that so? Oh, is it now? Well, well, well. And why can't he come home and buy it himself? I do. The question is, do you? I bet he sold you some sob story about how a big bad Delrida chased him off. Oh, that's precious. I chased him off because he couldn't take no for an answer. He came in and tried to seduce me. Told me he just loves to devour books. But he'd gladly do the same with me. Books, sure. Maybe for breakfast, to add variety to his. When I told him I wasn't interested, he got all pissed off and called me an ugly, dumb savage. I only let him leave with his teeth intact to avoid proving him right. Tell you what, I'll sell you that book. But fair warning, I'll be sending his poor wife the story of Giron the Unfaithful. Ha! Pleasure doing business with you. I hope his wife won't go easy on him.
Hi. Have you had a chance to drop by the bookshop yet? What? I wasn't harassing her. Besides, she should be grateful. I bet a savage like her doesn't get all that many Oh, thank you. I knew I could count on you. Here's your money, and a little extra. You've done a good deed.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Got something for me to look at? Aye, I've got...
Beor is still wet behind the ears, and his heart... Beor is still wet behind the ear.
You're just in time. It hasn't been easy for him. His entire world has begun to change around. You've seen what they did to the trees near Kunacht. For some reason, it pains Urfia no end. Even before I got... sick. The Camelotians had commissioned a lot of work from us. Come back if you've the coin.
Always a pleasure to see.
I swear, if I catch that bastard... What? Aye, something happened. Some blighter broke in and stole every... Not a loose page left. That's most of my income. Aye, one of the soldiers. He threw a fit a few days ago, 'cause I wouldn't say there's no chance I'd ever allow that. Give it 2 months. Can't say I wouldn't be grateful. The lad's name is Walter. So if you do find him, try not to rough him. Hello again.
Nice to Hello there, strange-looking citizen. A reputation? Me? For what? Oi, wait a moment. You think I stole those books? Beautiful Liliana is... I was saving up for the new volume. Now it's gone? How the... I dunno. But there's this red priest hanging around who loves scaring the crap out of soldiers. And you know what's worse? That damn priest saying Liliana's, inspiring moments are why I'll be cursed. He told me I'd grow hair on the inside of my palms. What kind of nutter says that to a bloke? Is that even a thing? Damn brother Isma... Oh, he's probably at the Red Church headquarters. That's where they're always... Just be careful. The man's got a way of making you... Creepy bastard. Catch you later, yeah? Don't go getting into trouble without me.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity, we serve the people. Yes? What reason do you have to interrupt my prayer? I know which sinner you speak of. I also know he intended to read those books, tainted with lechery. Because I know all too well what they do to minds prone to... As I know what that man intended to do with his sweaty hands, panting over the next chapter. Of course. I am a red priest, after all. I know much about the struggles about what shatters a person's dignity, about the acts that... My conscience is untroubled, thanks to my... We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for... Why do you Violences. Yes, I stole those books that are thick with words yet imparting no virtue, filled with vulgar, scandalous illustrations. What did I plan? To burn them, of course. That is what Miss Liliana deserves. I must refuse you. We will not return these books. They are and through me, the Church will decide their fate. I acknowledge that sin is a natural part of the soul, yet equally natural should be chasteness does not come easily, but that is why it is a virtue. granting oneself relief through such primitive and vulgar acts. Have you read A Sermon on the Paths of Discipline by Brother Flamen? He makes a hands that stray toward idle pleasures build no temple. Ah, you wish to have at least excellent. Look around our quarters. You should find that text. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. You have bless me with the we are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people. Through service and duty we ascend to holiness. It is we are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people. You have returned. Let not thy flesh govern. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people. Through you have. So, what has someone like you gleaned from, especially since it's written that a hand that lingers on selfish desire serves no. Know this. The seed is sacred, meant not for waste. Of course it serves a purpose, a vain and impure one. Such self-gratification weakens the spirit meanwhile. To be men means resisting those whims. Holding back the how can a man be ready to protect his loved ones? If he just to remind you, a blind man cannot fulfill his service either to his kin. I see you didn't stop your reading of Flamen at A Sermon on the Paths of Discipline. And what ultimately guides the hand to sin is, after all, the same sermon says, remember therefore that the gift, woe then, to the heart's drip. I fear that sometimes this tone is necessary. In priests, avoiding an admission of guilt does not mean avoiding punishment. Someone may treat my teachings with disdain, but your words, however, are wise. And there it is, the image of modern stripping purity from you kill holiness. And then, in the face of life's hardships, what? How can you even speak like that? How can you place the prophet's name in the same sentence? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. This is not about control, my child, but about, would it not be better if each of us were ready to receive the prophet's word? That is precisely why we must maintain purity. As Brother Flamen says, treat your body like a sacred place, not a disgusting brothel. That is, of course, an astute. However, I am full of faith that I have been placed on this path precise. Still, one could also view it from the perspective you... So, dear stranger, where did our little... What about my role in all of this? Where would people be? Everything is tied to faith. Don't you see? Separating those two enough. I see you've tried, but I won't debate matters of faith further. The books will burn. Now. Let not thy
Before you ask, no. I do not have any books personally signed by damned red priests. You'd think they'd have bigger problems than a bit of question. They don't have to like it. But well, thanks for looking into it. One more thing. I can see you're alright, and I hope I can trust. I need to ask you for something. It's serious. There's a stone tablet in Lord Devane's manor. A Delrida relic. The tablet was made by the Theud tribe and given to House Tarion as a token of friendship. It's cursed, I suppose. Look, I'm no Theud. The thicker the weirdness, the worse the... And, well, we all know what happened. Aye, if I'd known I would have... But I didn't. No until the Stone Wardens reached out to me a while ago. Ask, I own a bookshop. I don't exactly have the social standing to march into Yvain's. Give me your map, and I'll mark their camp. Here's the reward I promised. And I'm sure... Maybe it should. But it's also history. If the Stone Ward, a piece of Delrida magic that survived... Still, if it comes down to it, if it's a choice between taking it or leaving it behind, ask any Ulf, and they'll tell you the whole Theud tribe. They'll also call the Volker. But while I don't put much stock in prejudice, no everybody gets an open door invitation to the Lord's manor just for showing up. It's not like I haven't tried. I spoke to that snake, and he set a price so high, I'd have to sell my bookshop and still come up short. Said I need to learn how to haggle. You know, I was just going to ask you to talk to Anselm for me. Just try not to get...
Nice to see.
Have some spare food, a coin.
I should stay out of trouble. Ah, you need something. You've come back. Are you now? My, have the paraphernalia of the Dalriata suddenly become fashionable while I wasn't... I told Pharrell the price. Who do you think I am? I cannot be bribed. Oh, please. That tablet has been here for ages, and only what happened to Lady Maeve was tragic, of course, but I highly doubt it had anything to do with some dust. For someone supposedly well-read, well... I'm not sure why you feel the need to tell me that. You do realize I'm just indulging a strange obsession you... But fine. Do as you like. I'll be here if you... I should stay out of trouble. Ah, You need something? Ah. Are you now? My, have the paraphernalia of the Dalriata suddenly... I told... Oh, what happened to late for someone? Who do you think I am? Truly? Well, I suppose still. Better you than Dalriata. She put us in a terrible position, you know. She came here and demanded we hand over part of our treasury, just because it was once theirs. As if we could afford. Take the tablet, do whatever you wish with it. I never want to hear about it.
Have some spare food or coin?
Welcome back. Aye, it would be. Delrida know how to work stone in the most intricate way. But we're also quite fond. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you not to part with it just yet. The stone ward, and you're very strong. Here's the reward I promised. And give me your map, and I'll mark their...
Help a soul out on you. Will you?
Looking for shelter, traveler? You're welcome to join us, unless you're worried a big bad Dalrita might eat you for breakfast. A gift? Ah, I see. And you lug that thing all the way from Kurnacht? For that alone, you have my respect. Now, let's take a look. Ah, so that's what happened. The stone chipped, and the meaning of the runes changed. This is why I don't trust magic. The simplest, stupidest thing can end up killing you. Well, there is now, but no, I don't think it started as well. I don't know the runes well enough to be certain, so I'll have to ask the Thoyd brothers for details. At least now they can rest easy, knowing their tribe hasn't done. Aye, and I'd say because of cracks between people too. If we hadn't strayed so far from one another, maybe all of this could have been avoided. Then again, maybe not. Maybe fate makes no mistakes. But you're not here to listen to a blacksmith getting maudlin. Here, this is for your trouble. Oh? And where'd you hear it? I didn't know our stories had traveled so far. The Camelosians prefer to call us heartless beasts only capable of destruction. But I suppose a tale about creating a heart in the fires of a forge is something only another blacksmith would believe and appreciate. So, that bay... Aye, that's the way of it. A heart given to those creatures is never whole when it returns. If it returns at all, they drain every joy, every spark, leaving what's left little more than a brittle husk. I'm sorry your friend bears that. He used iron, didn't he? Iron's too brittle. Steel's no better. It's cold. To forge a heart, you need metal that is alive. You need a metal that will sing as your heart sings when you see the smile of a loved one. Twice. Once for a man whose wife's heart had been frozen by an ice weaver. He feared it would shatter, so I made her. The other, well, it beats in my beloved's chest, as his beats in mine. Both forged in the same fire. Bound to the forge as much... Aye, it's the only metal fit for such a task. But weird steel alone isn't enough. It must be woven with ethereal cobwebs, threads that will give the heart. Bring me those and I'll forge the heart. After that, it will need to be... Good. Give me a moment to find the right song. I haven't lost my touch. Here, your friend will have a strong, beautiful heart. At least in terms of craftsmanship. The rest is up to you. The art is just an empty vessel. It needs to be filled to start beating. Well, there are two ways. Through death, or through sacrifice. Then he'll have a cold lump of steel in his... You can pour some of your own life into the art. It'll weaken you, sure. Besides, I believe it will give you another kind of strength. No, of course not. You can fill it with the life of creatures you kill. But it'll take... And I can't say what effect it'll have on Bayor. If you want to fill it up with the energies of things you kill, it will collect life, and at some point, will give you a sign that it's beating again. If you decide to fill it with your own energy, either way, come back with either a full heart...
Ah!